Hello, amazing, wonderful you. Susanna Miedemar here with hopefully some inspirations for you in these interesting times. We just had a conversation with some amazing people, and from that conversation, there were some oh wow moments, and we're like, okay, do it, go online, share the inspiration. And so I know one should wait until people come live, until one starts to speak, but I'm not so good at waiting. So if you missed the beginning, you can listen to the start again. Anyway, so we just had this conversation, and it's been really cool to see how people have this thing where they go and complain about their lives. I'm sure none of you do that ever. And like worry about their lives and worry about what's going on, and kind of like take it for granted. So when you worry about your life, or you have some stress going on, and you're like, oh gosh, like stress about money, or worry about whatever is gonna occur or not occur, a couple of things. Have you ever noticed that whenever you go into this panic mode or stress about any area of your life, that it's actually very, very heavy? Yes, let me remind you of one thing, and you've heard it, but we cannot hear it often enough. When something is heavy, you know why it's heavy? And you know it, like you all have it in your head right now. It's heavy because it's a lie. It's heavy because it's a lie. And this is something that's so huge right now. The lies that people buy and just take them for granted and make themselves go, oh, okay, that must be real. Let me just find a way to fix it and deal with it. So how much have you taken on that perspective of just taking any kind of pain? And when I talk about pain, I do not only mean physical pain, okay? Pain is physical, but there's so many other pains, like frustration is a pain, worry is a pain, depression is pain, anxiety is pain, like this angsty feeling in your world, the blood, all of this is pain, okay? So how much of all of these things are you just taking for granted and never ever questioning? So the invitation here is to, first of all, like open your eyes, like open your world, and maybe you want to choose a little bit more presence where you go, wait a second, all of these things that I keep myself busy on a daily basis, like thinking about, worrying about, have you ever questioned them? Or you're just going, well, okay, I'm worried about money, I'm worried about the future, I'm having an angsty feeling in my body, in my world. Well, that's just it. That's just part of life. I'm just gonna go with it. And then I'm gonna find a way of fixing it, which is just validating the reality of it and the realness of it. So your way of looking at things, your perspective, is actually something that makes this more real. So how much pain have you made yourself just tolerant of? And tolerant is not the same as allowance, okay? If you just go, well, I wake up in the morning and I have some stress in my world, and well, that's just part of human life. Like that is where you go for, you are just like everyone else. You're not acknowledging your difference. So everything that is, let's use something that's called the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement, which is just something a wonderful tool to change stuff that you don't want to have in your life anymore. And it's some weird words, and it's you can look it up under www.theclearingstatement.com if you want to know the details. So what pains, and again, pain is not just physical pain, it's frustration, it's anxiety, it's all that stuff. What pains have you made yourself tolerant of? Wow, everything that is, and just taken for granted, oh, that's just it, that's just normal. Everything that is, will you destroy and create it, please? Whew, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, prophets, and beyond. So if you choose to be more present, what does present mean? Where being present means like being here with your body, being like here, not just like, oh, I'm gonna check out, la 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 la, oh, my schnitzel tastes really good, ooh, I have a beer, oh great, I don't need to know anymore. Even if you don't live in a schnitzel country, it's like if you're present, you don't just check out and hope that checking out helps you, because checking out is just making things worse usually. But if you're present with whatever is going on in your life, you can actually change it. So if you noticed, wow, there's so much of this insanity that I've just, taken for granted, made real, and I don't even notice, I'm just tolerating it, then next moment you can make a different choice. That's how easy it is. And so many people go, la la la, I'm just going to check out, don't go. That's a way of avoiding, the so-called pain. But the more you avoid, the more you create of it. So what if avoidance is not your main strategy anymore, but presence is? So everything that is and everything doesn't allow it, will you just join and create it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and yawns. Because as long as you avoid it, everything you avoid, you like push somewhere else. And when you push it somewhere else, it's not available for you to change it anymore. It runs your life. You give it the power. But if you go, hey, whatever I'm trying to avoid, hi, I'm going to be present with it. I'm going to be with it. And I'm going to look for what's the power underneath. Because really what we've been discovering in all of these programs that are called Facilitating the Power Beyond Pain is the things that scare you the most, the things that you want to avoid the most, this is where the biggest powers of you are hiding. And many people are ready to discover this now, which is so exciting, and especially when it's like, it seems the most like panicky, worry, stressful. That's if you just go 2 steps further, this is where the biggest like wow, bam, power of you is available to be and to receive. But this stressy, anxiety stuff, it wants you to go back. It wants you to not be the power of you. So what if it's time right now, folks? What if it's time to not listen to that tiny angsty thing, angsty voices in your world, but going, thanks for sharing, and I'm going to move beyond it. So guys, it's like, what if you don't settle for less than you are anymore? What if you don't settle for the contraction that's trying to tell you that this is you? Are you really this contraction, or are you just something totally bigger and greater than that? But this is something where each and every one of us has to choose to know who we are. It's like, what if you choose to know who you are more than ever? And being the leader and not the subject to all the insanity that goes on right now. Because everything that's like in your head right now, that's been like broadcasted into your head as though it's real, it's just trying to get you to cave in. But what if you just go, thank you for sharing. Thank you for the information. Because if something tries to make you less, why do you think that is? If something tries to limit and stop you, why do you? That's interesting. That was the internet going, So that is so funny. That was such a perfect timing, wasn't it? So if something tries to, stop you, why do you think that is? Is that because you are small and tiny, or is it because you are wonderful and strong and powerful? So what if everything that tries to cave you in, whether it's people in your life or certain situations, what if you take it as a compliment? What if you go, there's someone here who like some energy, or maybe it's a person, or maybe it's a situation. What if this is something that you could take as a compliment? Any energy or person or situation that's in your way trying to make you be less or cave in, what if it's a compliment? And I'm repeating myself on purpose because it's like, it doesn't make sense, but it is an acknowledgement of you and your capacities, your power, if you're willing to receive it as a compliment. If you're not going, oh, I'm rather a victim, I'm rather like buying the projection and the judgment of that person, of that situation, or that energy, I'm going to find out what's true for me. And that's one of the biggest powers, finding out what's true for you in a world that tries to make you not know what's true for you, in a world that tries to follow other people's points of view and the rightness and the wrongness of things. So, man, you know those moments when you just have an awareness that so much more is possible for all of us, and you just wish for people to be able to hear it and go, hey, all that things that drive you crazy right now, the anxiety and the stress, it's not real. It's not real. It's trying to make itself real, but it's not. So, and this is just an invitation. It's really up to every one of you to know what you know what's true for you. But let me remind you of the tool of whatever is heavy is a lie. What's true for you will always, always make you feel lighter. And especially if things are really, really intense right now in your world, or maybe not right now, but at different times during the day or something, when something is really intense, it's because it's not yours. Okay? So what power and potency is all this intensity pointing you towards that you could go for now more than ever? And what if you start to use your power for you rather than against you? And there's so many elements of what that is, that power, that I'm not going to go into in this Facebook Live, because it just requires more space and more time. But I hope this is something that tickles you, tickles your being, tickles who you truly are, to stop hiding and to come out and to stop pretending that you're the effect of whatever is going on, and start to claim, own, and acknowledge the power of you, and perceiving what that could create for your life, for your world, and for more of your world, like the world. And that's something I'm looking forward to. So I am inviting you to a thing that's coming up next week where we go more into it. It's a program with pragmatic psychology called Facilitating the Power Beyond Pain. Truly an empowerment program. It's something that you can use for yourself, for your life, for your body, for your world, but also in the facilitation of other people. There's so many people who look for this right now. One of the biggest powers also is the relaxation and choosing for peace. And I mean like peace for you, like what would make you feel more peaceful? Like people have seldom been taught to choose towards peace. They've been choosing towards the stress of rightness, the adrenaline of rightness and wrongness to know they fit in. But choosing for the space of peace is like, none of us have been taught that, maybe short time when we do meditation or we go into the woods, like, okay, I can, relax and go for peace for 5 minutes, and then I go into the stress because that's more real and more right. But what if you make choices in your whole life, with money, with business, with creations, with your body, with your relationships, that are towards more relaxation and peace for you? And that is truly, like the comment from Jürgen here, a new paradigm. And so in this program, you're invited to, like, step by step, get those elements of what is that power beyond the thing called pain. And again, pain is physical, but pain is also frustration, stress, worry, anxiety. Pain has so many faces that people usually don't realize. And so this program is designed to take you from, like, what is, like, realizing, becoming aware of those pain things and how they show up in your life, but also how you can transform them into something that works for you. The power behind it, the space behind it, the relaxation and the peace that this is pointing you towards. And also facilitating this for yourself, but also facilitating this for other people. Because again, so many people are looking for this now more than ever. It's interesting. I read an article about how most money is being spent nowadays, and it's actually in the like the wellness, not the spa things also, but more like people are looking for like well-being. They're looking for directions of how else, like, how do I even navigate this insane world? And So this program is designed to show you how can you be this for you? How can you be a walking, talking inspiration for you, but also for whoever is looking for this? And how can you facilitate this? And facilitation just means making things easier. So I'm highly looking forward to this program. And I got to say thank you also to Gary Douglas, because he inspired me and asked me to do this program, a while ago, because we've had this is the third time we're going to have this program starting next week. And it's been evolving, and especially with the new tools that are available now, I am especially looking forward to this. So there's so much to say about this, so I just wanted to keep this short. Also, it's going to be translated in other languages, so just going to keep it short. And yes, so you know what's going to create more for you, and you know what's true for you. And please always go for what's true for you and be the leader. And let's be the leaders of a world that works for us. Big hugs. And that way, maybe we get a glimpse of the future can be different than what's been broadcasted. Let's go. Thank you for you.